Alright, so welcome back. We had some time to... Oh, look at that. My bed has glitched out. That's okay. We'll worry about that later. So, last episode we hooked up some very basic heat generators with the battery box, or the energy cube I should say. I keep referring to a battery box. So the next thing I wanted to work on was showing you guys how the solar power could be a lot better as a renewable source. One of the things I'm always going for is a passive energy source, just so I don't have to worry about things blowing up if I'm not looking after it, and it's just a lot easier to worry about. So as you can see, I've made some cosmetic changes as well as some functional changes. I'll show you what I fixed and why I kind of fucked up the wiring, and I was having power issues on all three of them. As you can see, they're actually all maxed now. So starting off, I did try and fix the lava pool. Still not working. Not quite sure what's going on with that one, but again, more investigation required. Threw some marble blocks down, made it look a little fancier. Yeah, little cosmetic changes. Didn't hurt anyone. Look at how great those look. So my original problem with the power, if you remember, I had the battery box here instead of, or the energy cube here instead of over here. So now all our power comes down. It's hidden and I cleaned it up a little nicer, safety first. And it actually goes into the battery or the energy cube, and then it feeds to the machines. Because at first I had it all those lava or all the heat generators feeding each machine individually and the battery box. Also, I replaced it with an advanced cube instead of the basic one, just as we are going to have a little more power coming in with the solar generators. So cleaning it up though, you can see here how I fixed the wiring. So the lava is just above these blocks here, feeding those. So I brought the wire underneath. There is another feed that goes out into a new space for us for the solar. Then it comes up into the battery box. So I'm still able to get at it. So you can see it's slowly making energy, I guess. It's fine. It'll make more once we get the more solar in there. As well as I did off camera set up where we're going to put those with some wiring, just to make sure that we know it fits and it's going to work. A little more planning this video than the last one. So once we get past the nicely safeguarded heat generators, I made this lovely little space for our solar arrays. Now I should be able to fit 4 on each side if I measured it correctly, plus I made a hole for our wiring. The nice thing about these solar generators is that you can actually... Oh yeah, I can't go up there. The sunlight will work coming through the glass as well. So again, the solar generators don't work at night, but during the day it's great. And you can close them off with just as long as they have access to the sun above you, you're quite good. Also, I made use of these nice stained glass colored windows. Have a little bit of a theme going here. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna put the solar power there. Where am I going? So I set us up with, I was going for 4. Some more cables as well. So this is gonna be relatively easy to do. So, the advanced solar generator requires 4 of the regular generators and 3 iron ingots. Iron, you should have an idea of how to get that. You just smelt down the iron ore, so you can just mine that directly. Now the enriched alloy is enriched iron, so even more iron. However though, so to get the enriched alloy you need the enriched iron, and you just smelt it in a factory. Now to get the enriched iron, it's just crafting redstone with the iron ingot, and it gives you 2. So it's kind of nice in that regards. You can also do tin dust or copper dust. That's the shapeless crafting or with mechanism. So there's a couple different ways to get the enriched iron depending on what you have more of. When you use 2 copper or 2 tin, you get 4 instead of the 2. So it kind of, whatever you have more of, you should use. I find, frankly, using redstone, this is more important to save for the actual tablets that you need for the solar generator. So don't use all your redstone for that. Use the tin or copper, because these are everywhere. Once you start mining, you'll see that they're quite abundant. Also, the solar generator, oh, where are we? Advanced, so you need 2 of those, and then you need 4 of these. This is where it gets expensive. This stuff's relatively cheap with the copper and the tin and the iron and such, but you need 4 of these suckers, which the solar panels themselves is just glass, redstone, more of this enriched alloy, and the osmium. Now, the osmium isn't too rare. It's not as rare as, like, diamonds or such, so you can actually find quite a bit of it. And once you mine it and then you put it in your enrichment chamber, you get double, so then you can just smelt it for your osmium ingot. Oh, where are we? And that's, or actually even just need the dust, but for the solar panel itself. So you need, for each, so you need 4 of these, and then for each of these, you need 3 solar panels. So it's really heavy on the iron and the osmium, but it's definitely worth investing for your next level. You could just skip right to hydrogen generators, but I recommend getting these first, or even the solar or the wind power as well. So once you have your solar panels, 3 of those, more enriched alloy, the dust, it's the energy tablet. This is the only time that you're actually going to need some gold. But again, that's you should have tons of that. If you found a lot of redstone and osmium, you should be fine with the gold. Again, where are we? So the redstone. This redstone's crazy. So you need 4 for each one. Then you need, so it's a lot. I'm not doing math. So they're quite expensive, but once you get them, they can fill your battery box fairly quick. So you can see the crawl pace that is filling up at. And that's in megajoules versus the kilojoules. So once you got, well, 8 of these is kind of extreme. I wouldn't recommend building this many, or if you do, amazing that you were able to afford it. So if I space these out correctly, oh, isn't that a lovely sound they make? Oh, I misjudged. Actually, I can only do 3 on each side, not 8. So it's kind of nice. They're at 120 volts, so it kind of tells you what wiring you need, but the universal cable is good for everything. Industrial craft, buildcraft, and mechanism. Though, that's just between the two. We're only using mechanism. We don't have industrial buildcraft on here. As you can see, it's doing kilojoules pretty quick. As well as their footprint on the bottom is only 1, but it's actually a 3x3 square. So you can roughly plan out what your area is going to be like. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, and there you go. What's nice is that they can work through the glass, so as long as that sun's there, even the stained glass, as long as the sun's overhead, you're gonna get a whack of power. And so, I mean, at night, if you're going crazy at night, then yeah, you might need some more heat generators or get up to the hydrogen as well. But I guess I should wire them up first. So this cable actually just goes all the way to the end. So I'm gonna wire these. The red's your output. Now, if you have a big enough battery box, which is kind of nice, is that during the day you can save up a heck of a lot of power, and then when you come back, you can just use that up. So I prefer the passive power. So if I did this right, oh look at that. Connect that over. All right. As you can see, I'm quite a fan of this refined glowstone. So our power's hooked up. We got the lava coming down, going into our power line that feeds into the energy cube. And then all the way from down there, we have the wind, the solar coming in, up, and then into the battery box. And if you can tell, it's not moving much faster. Well, that's just awesome. Where's the sun? Is it out still? Yeah, it's out. Oh yeah, I didn't connect it. All right, well that would be, oh shit, there we go. Now, let's check this sucker. Oh yeah, look how much faster that is. Filling that up nicely. So that's where you can actually fill your, you can give it power with the battery, or you can take it. You can charge your battery from it. Now again, I I wouldn't make 6 of these off the bat. Even just 1 or 2 is quite the upgrade from the heat generators. It's just I myself, when I prefer to get probably 4 or 6 of these to start me off, and then once I start seeing that my factory is being overworked, I start going for the solar and the wind. Yeah, so that's how you hook that up. It's kind of nice. Very loud though, but even the heat generator's got its own sound. Forgot to record the game audio last time, so if you guys haven't heard this before, this is gonna be the first time. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to smelt in there just yet, just because I lost it all. Yeah, so that's the solar generator. Oh, that's the rain that's going on. Oh, someone turned it off for us. Now, another random thing, I got to log in and see this lovely ring around my whole area, my whole mountain. Not quite sure what it is or why it's there, though I did run into Crichton last night, just as I was starting to prepare for this recording today. And wouldn't you know, he left me a nice lava pool, which actually works. So I replicated this in my place and downstairs, and it still doesn't seem to work. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Now, in this, I have no idea what they were doing. He says he's gonna post the video after it's edited on his own point of view. So I'll finally get to see what they were trying to do. I believe there was some retribution plan for my refined glowstone invasion of his forge. So we'll see what this is all about probably shortly. There's a nice exit view. I recommend using these mossy stone and the cracked stone. It really adds some character to the building. I'm quite a fan of them. Makes it look a little older. Strip of snow. So slowly but surely we're adding to the mountain. Find out what the hell's going on with that. I guess we can see what is up with... the hell's his name? Where is it? CanadianAviator here. This is one of our other builders. Don't have access to that command. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to get him to TP me. Because for this recording I de-op myself so you can actually see the recipes. Oh my god, I can't even smell Canadian. Let's see if he'll TP me so I can see what the hell he's up to. Oh yeah. So this is another build that he had from that older 1.47 server. So we're slowly building, we're slowly bringing in all our... Great, I'm gonna have to friggin' dig to get up here. Slowly bringing in all our older builds and upgrading them with the newer machinery and such, and cleaning them up and trying to paste them into the landscape. Oh, that's new. So this is really neat. I really like how he's built this gigantic castle working on it with the road. That's, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... Oh, small white stone bricks. I didn't even know that was possible. Oh, I'm just gonna take you on a small little tour here. I actually haven't been through here, so there's some beds. Yeah, see, they're glitching out. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. We'll figure that out, though. And I'm assuming that's the toilet. Well, we'll just... And always, my god, closed doors behind you. Drives me insane. So it's got some nice texturing going on. It's kind of neat. Oh shit, how did I get all the way over there? Oh, forgive me. Oh, there we go. Doo-doo-doo. I'm not quite sure what that skin's supposed to be. But, hi. It's an interesting... I don't know. What is he wearing? Ah. Alright, fair enough. And he's got a lot of grass still in here.